they took him from his homeland. Changed his name. Tried to change his diet, his worship, his entire identity. But Daniel had made a decision: he would rather face death than compromise his faith. And that decision put him face to face with hungry lions. Daniel was a teenager when Babylon conquered Jerusalem and carried him into exile. They renamed him Belteshazzar and tried to assimilate him into Babylonian culture. But Daniel 1:8 says, Daniel resolved not to defile himself. From day one, he drew a line. Daniel served under multiple kings: Nebuchadnezzar, Belshazzar, and Darius. Through every regime change, his competence and integrity were so remarkable that he kept being promoted. Daniel 6:3, he was distinguished above all other administrators because an excellent spirit was in him. King Darius planned to make Daniel ruler over the entire kingdom. The other officials were jealous. They searched for something to use against him: any corruption, any scandal, any weakness. Daniel 6:4, they could find no corruption in him, because he was trustworthy. So they created a trap. They convinced King Darius to sign a decree: anyone who prayed to any god or human except the king for 30 days would be thrown into a den of lions. The law couldn't be changed once signed. And they knew Daniel would never stop praying. Daniel 6:10, when Daniel learned that the decree had been published, he went home to his upstairs room where the windows opened toward Jerusalem. 3 times a day he got down on his knees and prayed, giving thanks to God, just as he had done before. He didn't hide. He didn't negotiate. He prayed with his windows open. The officials caught him praying and reported him to the king. Darius was devastated. He realized the trap was designed to destroy Daniel, the man he trusted most. But the law was irreversible. Daniel had to be thrown into the den of lions. As Daniel was lowered into the den, King Darius said, "May your God, whom you serve continually, rescue you." A stone was placed over the mouth of the den. The king went to his palace and spent the night without eating, unable to sleep. At dawn, the king rushed to the den and cried out, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God been able to rescue you from the lions?" And from the darkness came Daniel's voice, "My God sent his angel, and he shut the mouths of the lions." Daniel was lifted from the den without a scratch. The men who had conspired against him were thrown in instead, and the lions overpowered them before they reached the floor. King Darius then issued a decree honoring Daniel's God throughout the entire kingdom. The lesson of Daniel isn't that God will always remove the lions. Sometimes he does. Sometimes he walks through the den with you. But in every case, the person who refuses to compromise their integrity discovers that God is faithful. Subscribe for more powerful Bible stories. Share this with someone facing their own lion's den today. Stand firm. Pray with your windows open. God shut the mouths of lions then, and he can shut them now.